With the rise of AI, people are saying that now is the best time to be quitting your jobs and starting your own company. So you might be wondering, should you do it too? I left my job like 2-ish years ago before AI really went mainstream, which really goes to show you just how much has changed in such a short period of time. So today I thought I would talk about it. I pulled together a list of questions I get all the time from people who are looking to start their own thing or are just curious. So let's get into it. So first up, what is my background and why did I want to start my own company? So I'm a PM turned engineer turned founder for like 2 years now. I kind of always knew that I wanted to start my own thing, and so I feel like I spent a lot of my time trying to do a lot of 0 to 1 projects. But I kind of reached a point in my career where I was like, I have a lot of ideas. I want to build these products, but I didn't necessarily feel super confident in my engineering abilities to be able to do that. I studied CS in school, but never was a software engineer. So honestly, I think I was just scared. And so I switched into engineering at Twitch. It was honestly such a great role. I learned so much and I'm really glad I did it. I actually left at a really scary time. It was when all of these tech companies were starting to do all of these layoffs. But by that point, I kind of had an idea of something I wanted to build for a while now. And honestly, just really wanted the opportunity to go for it. People did think I was crazy at the time though. So how am I paying for it? Honestly, this is probably the most asked question. I think this is the thing that people are most curious about when they find out that I've been doing this. And the truth is everything is totally bootstrapped, meaning I'm kind of paying everything completely out of pocket. I'll admit I was in a super privileged position to be able to do this. I didn't have a mortgage, I didn't have kids or pets. I also had a lot of time to plan for this and save up. But also, of course, I'm not really spending that much day to day. I'm kind of in my era of frugality, if you will, which is a trade-off that I am very happy to be making at this point. So how is it going? So the thing is, I think in today's landscape, there is so much opportunity, but it's still hard to find an opportunity where you are solving a problem that people really feel. But it's still a super exciting time to be building things. Like there are so many unlocks where we can completely change the way that we've been doing things before. But I think that's also challenging because you're presented with all of these things that you could make more efficient, but people might necessarily not be willing to pay for that, even if it does make that process more efficient. But I guess what I'm trying to say is things are going well. It's a learning process, but I'm working on something that I'm actually super excited about. It's been a while coming, but I am optimistic. So what is the hardest part? I think the hardest part is not actually like building the thing, but having the conviction and resilience to get you through the ups and downs. Like when you have a 9 to 5, you just have so much clarity. Like these are your goals. If you hit them and are successful, great, you will get promoted. But with this, things can change so quickly. Like you can go from having a great day to a terrible one and vice versa. I think because there is so much opportunity, it can also be tempting to always envision the grass to be greener on the other side. Like it's hard to be resilient because if you are working on a problem and things get hard, it's really tempting to be like, well, look at that idea over there. I should pivot to that because that feels a lot easier. But honestly, take it from me, there is no easy path here. Every path will have its own challenges. Is there anything you wish you did differently? Well, I think there's the obvious thing in that I started building like 2 years ago before AI really went mainstream. And it's crazy to think about now, but I was writing all of that code, learning how to do iOS native stuff for the first time, and just how hard that was. But like today, with the tools that we have, with Cursor, with Claude Code, like using those AI coding tools would have made us infinitely more productive. But I think besides that is another big lesson that I've learned throughout all of this is to be less afraid. And I don't know if I could have told my past self to necessarily do this differently. I think I needed to make the mistakes I did and slowly build up that confidence. But like, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, go out and do it. And lastly, how do you know when you should quit your job and go full-time? So this obviously depends on a lot of factors: your risk tolerance, your financial situation, how strongly you feel about your idea. I had an idea that I felt really strongly about and have kind of been working on for a while, and I kind of reached that point where I really wanted to go for it. But I know other people are more conservative and they want to wait until they have their first sale. It obviously really depends. But personally, I think having done this, it's just so hard to do. It takes so much time, it takes so much mental attention that honestly, I can't really imagine doing it successfully while half-assing it, for me. So I feel like if you have the opportunity to go for it and you have an idea that you really believe in, I think it's worth it to quit sooner rather than later. But anyway, I hope that was helpful if you're considering starting your own company, or if you have, let me know what it is in the comments down below. I'd love to support. But yeah, that's it for today, and I will see you in the next one.